Have you ever walked into a Japanese home and wondered why it feels so calm? They're often much smaller than homes in many other parts of the world, yet somehow they feel cleaner, calmer, and surprisingly spacious. Open a drawer and everything is neatly arranged. Step into the kitchen and every inch of space has a purpose. Even the narrowest corners seem to hold something useful. It's not because Japanese families own less, and it's not because they spend all day cleaning. The real difference lies in dozens of clever storage inventions, space-saving designs, and everyday organizing habits that quietly eliminate clutter before it begins. Today, we'll explore 12 brilliant Japanese organizing ideas that can help you make better use of the space you already have, whether you live in a small apartment or a large family home. Let's get started. 1. Vertical folding, the KonMari method. Let's begin with one of Japan's most famous organizing ideas. Instead of stacking clothes in tall piles, many Japanese families fold each item into a compact rectangle and store it standing upright, almost like books on a shelf. This technique became popular around the world thanks to organizing expert Marie Kondo, but in Japan, it's more than just a trend. It's a practical habit used in everyday homes. A t-shirt is folded into a small rectangle. Jeans are folded the same way. Even towels, socks, and children's clothes can stand upright inside a drawer. The difference is immediate. The moment you open the drawer, everything is visible at once. No digging, no pulling clothes from the bottom of a pile. And because every item stands on its own, removing one shirt doesn't disturb the rest. Many people are surprised by another benefit. This method often fits more clothes into the same drawer than traditional stacking because it makes better use of the available space. It also encourages you to wear everything you own instead of repeatedly choosing only the clothes sitting on top. Here's a simple question. When was the last time you found a shirt you completely forgot you owned? If your answer is recently, this method might completely change your morning routine. 2. Drawer dividers, tiny boxes that make a huge difference. Now imagine opening a drawer where every single item has its own dedicated space. That's exactly why drawer dividers are so common in Japanese homes. Instead of tossing socks, underwear, charging cables, or kitchen utensils into one large compartment, people divide the drawer into smaller sections using simple organizers. These dividers don't have to be expensive. Many Japanese families buy affordable versions from stores like Daiso, Nitori, or Muji, while others simply reuse small plastic containers they already have at home. The result is surprisingly satisfying. One section for socks, another for handkerchiefs, another for belts, another for accessories. Nothing slides around, nothing gets tangled, nothing disappears underneath everything else. The same idea works outside the bedroom too. Kitchen drawers can separate chopsticks, spoons, peelers, scissors, and measuring tools. Bathroom drawers can neatly organize skincare products, cosmetics, and grooming accessories. It sounds like a small change, but once every item has a home, putting things away becomes almost automatic, and that's exactly the goal. A good organizing system shouldn't require discipline every day. It should make the right choice the easiest one. 3. Tall, slim drawer cabinets, Japan's space-saving secret. Here's something you'll notice in many Japanese apartments. Instead of buying wide, bulky cabinets, many families choose tall, slim drawer towers. At first glance, they don't look very impressive. They're narrow, they're lightweight, and each drawer is surprisingly shallow. But that's exactly why they work so well. Rather than storing dozens of unrelated items in one large compartment, every drawer serves a specific purpose. One drawer might hold towels, another is reserved for t-shirts, another contains stationery, another stores batteries and chargers. Because each drawer is only deep enough for a single layer of items, nothing gets buried underneath. Everything stays visible. Everything stays accessible. These cabinets fit into places that would normally go unused, between a wardrobe and the wall, beside a washing machine, or tucked into a small corner of the kitchen. Brands like Muji and Iris Oyama have turned this simple idea into one of the most recognizable storage solutions in Japan. It's a perfect example of how Japanese design often favors efficiency over size. Instead of asking, "How can we build a bigger cabinet?" they ask, "How can every centimeter work harder?" And honestly, how much space in your own home is being wasted simply because the storage is too wide instead of too tall? 4. Vertical freezer storage. No more frozen treasure hunts. Have you ever opened your freezer looking for a bag of frozen vegetables, only to discover it's buried beneath frozen meat, ice packs, and 3 mystery containers you don't even remember buying? It happens to almost everyone. Japanese kitchens solve this problem with another vertical storage trick. Instead of laying frozen food flat in messy stacks, they stand each bag upright inside plastic bins or narrow storage baskets. Think of it like organizing files in a filing cabinet. Each package has its own slot. Ground beef, chicken, seafood, vegetables, frozen dumplings, everything is standing, so every label is visible the moment you open the freezer. Need one bag? Simply pull it out. Nothing else collapses. Nothing has to be moved first. Some families even label the front of each storage bin, creating separate sections for different categories of food. It's a small system that saves time every single day. And perhaps more importantly, it helps reduce food waste. When you can actually see what you already have, you're far less likely to buy duplicates, or discover something hidden in the back months after it has been forgotten. Sometimes, staying organized isn't about finding more space, it's simply about making everything easier to see. But organizing doesn't stop inside drawers and freezers. One of the cleverest Japanese storage hacks actually comes from an everyday office item, something designed for paperwork that found an entirely new purpose in the kitchen. 5. File holders, the office organizer that moved into the kitchen. One of the smartest Japanese storage hacks wasn't originally designed for the kitchen at all. It came from the office. The simple file holder, the kind normally used to organize folders and documents, has found a completely new life inside Japanese homes. Instead of holding paperwork, it becomes a vertical organizer for everyday kitchen items. Cutting boards slide neatly into separate slots. Baking trays stand upright instead of being stacked. Pot lids line up side by side. Even aluminum foil, plastic wrap, parchment paper, and reusable storage bags can each have their own compartment. The best part? You never have to lift a heavy stack just to reach the item underneath. Everything slides in and slides right back out. Some families even keep a file holder inside deep cabinets, turning wasted empty space into organized vertical storage. It's such a simple idea that many visitors wonder why they never thought of it before. Have you ever looked at an everyday object and realized it could solve a completely different problem? This is exactly that kind of invention. 6. Shelf risers. Instantly double your cabinet space. Now let's move higher. Open almost any kitchen cabinet and you'll probably notice something frustrating. There's plenty of empty space above your plates or bowls, but it's too high to use efficiently. Japanese homes solve this with a tiny invention called a shelf riser. Think of it as a miniature second floor inside your cabinet. Instead of one shelf, you suddenly have 2. Large dinner plates can stay on the bottom. Small bowls fit neatly above. Coffee mugs no longer need to be stacked. Food containers become easier to reach. No remodeling, no drilling. Just place the shelf inside the cabinet and you've created extra storage in seconds. It's especially useful in small apartments where every centimeter counts. Many Japanese households use several of these throughout the kitchen, turning one crowded cabinet into multiple organized levels. Sometimes the smartest storage solution isn't buying a bigger cabinet. It's making the cabinet you already have work twice as hard. 7. Pull-out storage trays. Nothing gets lost in the back. Deep cabinets look spacious, until you have to find something at the very back. Suddenly, you're kneeling on the floor, reaching with one arm, moving 5 other items, just to grab the one thing you need. Japanese kitchens often eliminate this problem with pull-out storage trays. Instead of reaching into the cabinet, the entire storage platform slides toward you. Rice cookers, cleaning supplies, cooking oil, mixing bowls. Everything comes forward with a single pull. Some trays even rotate slightly or have raised edges to keep bottles from falling over. It's a simple mechanism, but it completely changes how a cabinet feels to use. Rather than storing things out of sight, you're bringing them within easy reach. Once you've used a pull-out drawer like this, it's surprisingly difficult to go back to traditional cabinets. 8. Magnetic spice storage, freeing up the countertop. Here's another idea you'll see in many modern Japanese kitchens. Look around the countertop and you'll notice something missing. There are very few spice bottles sitting on it. Instead, many families move their seasonings onto vertical surfaces. Magnetic spice jars attach directly to the side of the refrigerator. Slim racks mount to the wall beside the stove. Others hang neatly beneath overhead cabinets or from metal rails installed along the backsplash. Salt, pepper, soy sauce, cooking oil. Everything stays close to where it's needed, without taking up precious workspace. The result is a kitchen that feels cleaner, larger, and much easier to wipe down after cooking. And because every spice has a designated spot, you spend less time searching and more time cooking. It's another reminder that in Japanese homes, the walls aren't just walls. They're storage space waiting to be used. 9. Multi-layer hangers. 1 hanger, 5 pairs of pants. Closets are often one of the first places to run out of space, especially if you have jackets, dresses, trousers, and seasonal clothing all competing for the same rail. Japanese organizers have a surprisingly simple answer: the multi-layer hanger. Instead of hanging just 1 pair of pants, 1 hanger can hold 5, sometimes even 10. Some models hang vertically, others fold sideways to save even more space. They're also used for scarves, ties, belts, and lightweight towels. The difference is remarkable. A crowded closet suddenly has room to breathe. And because each item hangs separately, you can still remove one piece without disturbing the others. It's such a small invention, but after using one, many people wonder why every closet wasn't designed this way from the beginning. So far, we've looked at clever tools that organize your clothes, kitchen, and cabinets. But the next 3 ideas focus on something even more important: creating a storage system that's easy to maintain day after day without constantly reorganizing everything. 10. Matching storage bins. The secret behind clean Japanese shelves. Have you ever noticed that shelves in Japanese homes often look incredibly tidy, even when they're full? One reason is surprisingly simple. Instead of collecting random baskets and containers over the years, many families choose storage bins that are the same size, shape, and color. Walk into stores like Muji, Nitori, or Daiso, and you'll find entire product lines designed to work together. Small bins, medium bins, large bins, all made to stack neatly and fit standard shelves. Because the containers match, they create clean, straight lines that instantly make a space feel calmer and less cluttered. They're used almost everywhere: kitchen cabinets, bathroom shelves, bedroom closets, children's toys, laundry supplies, even pantry storage. And if your needs change, you don't have to start over. The same bins can simply be moved to another room and used for something completely different. It's a small design choice that gives the entire home a more organized look with very little effort. 11. Clear labeled containers. Know what's inside without opening anything. Now imagine opening your pantry and finding exactly what you need in seconds. No guessing, no opening 5 different containers, no discovering that you've bought another bag of rice when one was already hiding in the back. Many Japanese kitchens rely on clear storage containers with simple labels: flour, sugar, rice, pasta, beans, tea. Everything is visible at a glance. Because the containers are transparent, you immediately know how much is left. And with labels on the front, every family member knows exactly where each item belongs. Some households even label refrigerator bins, freezer baskets, and cleaning supplies using the same system. It's a habit that reduces wasted food, prevents duplicate purchases, and makes grocery shopping much easier. Sometimes, the fastest way to stay organized is simply making everything easy to see. 12. Slim rolling storage carts, turning tiny gaps into valuable storage. Let's finish with one of Japan's smartest space-saving inventions. Take a look around your home. There's probably a narrow gap somewhere, between the refrigerator and the wall, beside the washing machine, next to a cabinet. Most people ignore these spaces because they seem too small to be useful. Japanese designers saw an opportunity. The slim rolling storage cart is built to slide into gaps as narrow as 15 or 20 centimeters. Pull it out, and you'll find several shelves storing everything from cooking oil and canned food to laundry detergent, toilet paper, or cleaning supplies. When you're done, it rolls neatly back into place, completely out of sight. It's simple, portable, and makes use of space that would otherwise be wasted. In many small Japanese apartments, these carts become one of the hardest working pieces of furniture in the home. They're proof that you don't always need more square meters. Sometimes, you just need smarter ideas. Looking at these 12 ideas together, a pattern begins to emerge. Japanese homes don't stay organized because people spend hours cleaning every day. They stay organized because everyday objects are designed to make putting things away just as easy as taking them out. A drawer that lets you see everything. A cabinet that